To begin with, I thought there was going to be a running theme in the fourth episode of Mickey Mouse Works. Turns out that's not so much the case. There are 5 cartoons in this one, and as with the previous episodes, these are cartoons that I'm seeing for at least the second time because I watched them as part of House of Mouse, so I'll be discussing how I think they fit as a package and whether my opinions on the cartoons had changed. Pluto Gets the Paper Spaceship is the first one. It's a very short cartoon, as is the case with the Gets the Papers, and we have a very space-themed episode, and I don't mind it. I didn't like it any more or less than the first time I saw it. It's not a bad way to start off the episode. And then we have what I thought was the running theme with Donald's Rocket Ruckus, which is a Donald, Huey, Dewey and Louie cartoon, and Donald is in charge of this rocket-based amusement park ride. Huey, Dewey and Louie are too short to ride it, so they go through a series of tricks to try and convince Donald to let them on. I think it wasn't as interesting the second time round because the pacing really slows down towards the end, or maybe the beginning of the final third of it, if I had to be specific. And I feel like it didn't capture my attention as much as it did the first time, but I still kind of liked it. So we had Spaceship, Rocket Ship, running theme. That's where it kind of ends. So I kind of wish Donald's Rocket Ruckus was the last cartoon so we could kind of top and tail or bookend it with these space themes. I think that would have been a better decision. We have Goofy's Extreme Sports Paracycling. So we've had Pluto, Donald, and now Goofy. I do like some of the extreme sports. Paracycling is actually one of the better animated ones. The sport itself I don't care for, but in terms of the animation quality, I actually really enjoyed it. I remember really liking it the first time. No difference the second time round. Then we have Organ Donors, which I have to say I didn't enjoy as much this second time round. I feel like not as much happens as what I'd perhaps remembered, and I feel like it could have been a little bit tighter, a little bit more well developed. It could have had a lot more going on. It's slow is what I'm trying to say. It isn't Mickey, Donald and Goofy, so we finally have a Mickey Mouse cartoon here. And basically it's about them having an organ donor service, but it's not necessarily what you see. I mean, there's a mad scientist character and their fate is unclear, and it's meant to be atmospheric and intense and a little bit kooky. And yeah, it kind of is all of those things. But with a second viewing, I felt like it lost that magic, and I just didn't love it that much. And the last cartoon is Mickey's Mistake. 2 Mickeys back to back. Again, I feel like they could have mixed this up a little bit better. The structure could have been a little bit better. The cartoon itself is not too bad. Mickey finds a wad of cash and buys Mickey this hair bow. And I have to say, I was impressed with the animation of the hair bow the first time round. I think I've seen this cartoon 3 times now, and I'm still impressed with it. It's sparkly, and I just love how the bow is animated. I absolutely, truly adore that aspect of it. In terms of the narrative, I really like it. It's all about Mickey trying to get the bow back because he realizes what he's done, and he wears various disguises and things. So that aspect of it I quite liked as well. I thought it was good fun. I think I enjoyed this as much as I did the previous few times. As I said, I think I've seen this 3 times now, which means I sought it out previously because I enjoyed it so much. It's the bow, it's the way it's animated. I just love it. Really enjoyed it. Definitely a really positive end to the episodes. Yet again, we have an absence of Daisy. I've really noticed with Mickey Mouse Works that Daisy is barely appearing. As I said, when I think back to the cartoons in House of Mouse, she didn't actually appear that much in the cartoons, but there are certainly some, and I'm hoping we get to those soon because she's a good character. For now though, Mickey Mouse Works, episode 4. It's not the best package of cartoons, it's not the best structure, but it's definitely not too bad.